everyone. Welcome back to the show. The food scene in Vancouver constantly changing. There's been a lot of headlines over the last week or so, so we brought in our expert.
That's right. We'll lay claim to him like he's ours. Andrew Morrison from Scout Magazine is joining us now. How are you?
Splendid.
I have photos that say you are owned by this show.
Wow.
You have the deed.
Okay, the big news in the restaurant biz is DB Bistro and Lumiere are officially closing. What happened?
Well, I think they had an expiry date of 2 years and then gone. No, I think that it's a number of things. A lot of people are saying, oh, it's the HST, it's the 0.05 alcohol limit. No, it's not a very good location.
Yeah.
The customer base on the west side was loyal to Rob Feeney, not David and Manji Sidhu.
I was just talking to a friend about that because Feeney's was a destination place for dinner, for burgers, for brunch. They really had it, and people would go because they were fans of the restaurant. It just never picked up with DB.
And Rob was there too. I mean,
Rob was there often, yeah. And the thing with Danielle is that he was sort of a fly-in, fly-out chef. He'd show up maybe once, twice a year.
It is indicative of a lot of changes that have happened in the Vancouver food scene, though. I mean, that used to be a place that people would sort of go to, but people just aren't as willing to, I think, travel outside of their neighborhoods anymore necessarily, or the neighborhoods have changed.
Well, the neighborhoods have got fun, excellent, little, small 30-seat, 40-seat restaurants. I mean, the West Side now has La Quercia. It's got a bunch of little cool places.
Yeah.
But another thing to remember is that the economy totally crashed.
Yeah.
And out of the 300 or so restaurants that have opened in the last couple of years, only 9 have been fine dining. Out of that 9, 5 have already closed.
Yeah.
Lumiere is the 5th.
And Lumiere was the most expensive, correct me if I'm wrong, restaurant in the city.
We're not doing 12-course tasting menus.
No.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Well, is somebody else going to open in the spot? I mean, I heard that
Cactus Club is going to open in that spot. I'm kidding.
You know what? That
right there is insider foodie humor.
No, that's not happening. No, but they've got literally $1 million kitchen in there. And they're gorgeous spaces, so somebody's going to pick it up. That's the thing. Restaurants are closing all the time, but somebody's always going to step up.
And
open.
it is a viable place to have a restaurant. I think just maybe it wasn't quite working out, for that particular philosophy. And
yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the Canadian Culinary Championships. What the heck?
Well, this is I'm the national referee and the senior judge, co-senior judge for BC. It's a the gold medal plates.
Yeah.
The winners from St. John's to Vancouver. These are the top chefs in each city. Go and meet in a neutral city. This year it was Kelowna, and there is a big 3-day, 3-competition cook-off between the top chefs in Canada.
How hard is it to differentiate between great and amazing?
Not that hard, actually, and it's a very philosophical conversation, always ongoing among the judges, and the judges are represented again from St. John's to Vancouver, and we always talk, what is representative of Canadian cuisine? What is the best? What is a duck confit that's perfectly executed, like a peasant dish? How does that compare to some amazing, French construction that's absolutely delicious on every level? What is more representative of who should be a Canadian culinary champion? So it's a fascinating exercise in subjectivity, you should say.
Well, and I guess that's part of what the judging process is, but it's really nice to hear that you guys are having that conversation all the time, and because it is a bit of a moving mark as well. I mean, as Canada's forging our own identity on the sort of world food scene.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a national dish aside from, a couple of Timbits and a double-double.
A little bit of syrup.
Poutine. That's pretty much it for Canada. So it's really, I've been judging this competition for years, and it's amazing to see the diversity of cuisines, but the high level of talent across Canada. It's really,
we're really lucky.
Well, and part of it is having a competition like this and having these people get to be inspired by each other, be challenged by judges.
And they get really into it too. They are hard. Like Rob Clark from Sea Restaurant was representing Vancouver and BC. I've never seen that guy work so hard and be so into it. Oh, he had a quail ballotine, quail breast, and a tomato consommé as his grand finale dish. And the other 2 are black box and wine pairing. So you don't know what you're going to get. The wine pairing competition, do you get a bottle of wine without a label?
How do you not weigh 500 pounds?
Wow, yeah, that's
It's the big question.
I've had sections of my belly implanted into my cheeks and forehead.
Okay, well, let's move on to the pizzeria. The Neapolitan pizza finally coming to Vancouver.
Yes, first time ever we're getting certifiable Neapolitan pizza from a place called Nicoliantica Pizzeria at 62 East Cordova in Gastown. Really, really good. I think it's the best pizza in Vancouver because it's the only real pizza.
And for those who don't know, what's Neapolitan pizza?
Neapolitan pizza is sort of the grandfather of all pizza. You got to use double O Caputo flour, San Marzano tomatoes, fior di latte or from cheese or buffalo mozzarella from the plains of Campania. You have to have a brick-lined, wood-fired oven using hardwood. It can only be cooked between 60 and 90 seconds.
Sounds like the riddle of the Sphinx.
Yeah, but I mean, this is very serious stuff for people who care about their pizza. And
yes. Well, it's not Domino's. There's no Hawaiian. There's no, there's no.
Could I get a little ham on that?
No, you'd be like, you out of here. There's no takeout either, because these pizzas have like a 5 to 10 minute shelf life.
You're kidding. You gotta get them.
You get it hot. They don't even cut it for you.
Yeah.
You just sort of rip it to pieces or use your knife.
So you were so excited this coming to town. What is your take?
Too bright, but I've been told that the lights have been
put the dimmers on?
It really doesn't look like Gastown. I mean, this is the grittiest stretch. You know, Gastown's had a bit of a renaissance.
The fact that you're critiquing the light before you talk about the pizza, I think is probably a good sign.
It's a good
sign.
Pizza's really, really good. I think it's the best pizza in Vancouver. A couple people have said, it's not really as great as I thought it was going to be, but it's early still. I've only had great pizza there so far.
Yeah.
So.
And does it take a little time? I mean, obviously, if you're so specific in what you're trying to do and the ingredients and everything matter so much. Does it take a little time to sort of perfect the wheel?
No, they had everything dialed in before they opened. I mean, this is a restaurant that was about 7 months overdue.
Nice.
So
I've got to go try this pizza. Okay, let's move on to the last one. Stackhouse.
Yes.
Competition for the Dutch Pancake House? Or
No,
what's the
no. I was given a lot of thought to Granville Street, Granville Entertainment District, modern invention of City Hall. I think it's an abject disaster. Yeah. Nothing like teenage girls throwing
crazy.
Up at 2 a.m. and a bunch of jocks beating up parked cars.
I'm scared of Granville Street.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, 3 a.m. there, it's a gong show in all the worst ways.
So the food is a mirror of that. So it's all crappy pizza by the slice. Burger King,
talking
McDonald's.
about all the places that might go.
No, I stumble out of the Roxy, I go across to Pita Pit, and then I fight a bunch of teens for a taxi. Right. That's Friday.
Right.
So what is Stackhouse? Where does it fit in?
Basically what they've done is they've taken what they've seen and tried to make it a little bit better. So it's a burger bar, but they're using really good quality beef, soft, brioche-like, bosom-like buns that are just absolutely fantastic.
Hungry?
Kobe beef burgers, the best chicken burger I've ever had with camembert and truffle aioli.
Really?
They suck at poutine.
Oh, well, that's a hard thing to do.
I'm the restaurant critic for the West Ender, so read this Thursday's review.
So the burgers are good, poutine not so much?
Well, just don't mess with a product that you're not supposed to mess with.
Right.
Don't put bocconcini and bordelaise sauce on. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be
poutine.
It's supposed to be gross.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be gross.
Totally.
Are they open at 3 a.m. or do
Mike,
they have
are you looking for a new location?
I'm just looking for a new place.
I don't think they're open until 3 a.m., but they will probably apply for a license that late. They do have a television above the bar, so you can
watch the games
and
Perfect.
Yeah,
have a good
it's
burger.
A cool place. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Andrew. Of course, you can go to Scout Magazine to find out everything, and you can also read Andrew's column in the West Ender.
The West Ender.
It's WE now. It's not the West End.
Oh, yes, I get that memo all the time.
Yeah, I can imagine you probably do. It just feels like I've seen that somewhere before.
Come on.
Someone's
Cover
face
girl.
on it.
Cover
Wait,
girl.
look at me sideways. Look at me sideways. That's my favorite.
Bombshell.
We're going to take a